I just pushed the start record button. That's the thing.
Perhaps.
In order to get like the Tangerine intros, I just need to start recording without telling you, sort of thing, and that's how you get the candid conversations. Like we're talking about how I want to every time I want to record a Tangerine, I'm like I really don't know if I need the audio for it, right? And all the time I'm watching, like literally while I'm playing Raji, which is the game I'm going to talk about. I'm listening to fucking Asmongold stream, right? So that I can't use the audio for this. I'm like, I wish there was an easy way to set up a video recording software to just record game audio, not my desktop audio. But there's like no way to do it apart from a virtual audio cable and then like Voice Meter Banana, or like of course an external voice mixer. But then you were like, what about Fraps?
I tried that. Fraps is much better because I tried the stuff you just talked about and it didn't work for me at all. But
we did it. Okay, if you've ever seen Viscera Cleanup Detail Spotlight, that video was made possible because of Voice Meter Banana and virtual audio cables, but it took like days to set it up, and it was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no joke.
I think like the cheap alternative thing is like Elgato just came out with like. Did you see like the Elgato mic that has like the built-in software that lets you just record like up to, I think it's like limited to like 4 or 6 applications, so you could be like, oh, stream can't hear Spotify now and stuff like that. But you were saying, hey, I think Fraps lets you only record game audio, and then I was like, and then I looked up Fraps, and I'm like, Fraps hasn't been updated in 7 years. I don't know if we should use Fraps to record our videos on. And that's such a funny story to talk about Raji, an ancient epic. Have you heard of this game, Tony, at all?
I saw it.
We saw it at E3, I think, or like one of the.
I saw it on Steam.
The thing is, because of COVID and quarantine and everything, right? I feel like every single video game live stream that could be shown off has been shown off now. Like they've all just merged into one for me now. Like it's announcement season, it's E3 season, like. Cause it's that period from summer to like autumn where it's coming up to the holiday season. It's like PS5, the new Xbox, a billion games, bunch of fucking wires, gaming guitar, you know, that sort of stuff, right? But I went in, I looked at this game and I was like, it was like a action adventure game set in India, which I thought was really interesting because you don't really see any. I personally just don't know anything about like Indian like history or culture or mythology. So this was like super interesting for me to see, and I wasn't sure like how the gameplay was going to turn out because obviously we saw like the first AAA game from India was is going to be the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake.
Oh yeah.
Because like video games and stuff is becoming a lot larger in India now because of
PUBG.
Well, I think PUBG's banned everywhere in India now. That's a thing where because I think it was like everyone got access to super cheap internet and super cheap mobiles there, right? And that was kind of like the rise of T-Series, right? Sorry, PewDiePie. But anyway, I went into this game. I didn't really know much about it, but immediately I was like, "Oh, it's the best way to describe this game is it's like Indian God of War." That's actually a pretty apt description of how the game kind of plays out, which is not something I was expecting. Because like, if you don't know the idea of God of War, it's a hack and slash game where you're kind of going around fighting these ancient like Greek gods. And what happened is Kratos basically killed every single god that existed, and they were like, "Shit, we've run out of Greek gods, we've run out of Roman gods." And then they were like, "Shit, okay, now we have to do like the Norse mythology."
Skyrim.
Yeah, they did like in the Norse mythology stuff, right? So I was like, where could they go next after they've killed all the Norse gods? People were joking like Kratos was going to go kill like Morgan Freeman from like the Bruce Almighty films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But seeing like in Indian mythology with their gods and stuff like that is really cool to see when you don't see this sort of stuff very often. What you saying?
Can I just quickly say that I quite like this tutorial, like showing you like how your character needs to, where it needs to be, and how to move to do the puzzles.
Yeah.
Thing. I like that. Like, it doesn't stop you, but like it shows you what to do. I really like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick like 10-second rant. Stop making it so I can't get to. You're going to show me a video before I can get to the options menu. I had to skip the intro so I could get to the options menu. So I have no idea what this. From what I've gathered, this is a girl who is trying to save her brother. So this is Raji, who is our protagonist, and then I think from what I'm reading I got the store page open as well to fill in my gaps in knowledge. You're saving your brother Golu, who's been kidnapped, which is it's kind of being explained through these silhouette cutscenes as well, which I think look pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't understand why you can't just have like the options menu available on a video playing. Like, why can't you pause a cutscene? Why can't cutscenes be paused?
Oh,
I had it where it's like, I need to answer the door. I can't pause this cutscene.
Tangerine update. I talking about Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. I completed that game, right? And that game, every time you launch it, you have to watch the intro screen before you can start the game or do anything. And it's just it's like Rare's the ex-Rare developers are just stuck in this time where it's like you have to watch the intro screen before you can like press this button, and then there's some good stuff they brought over. But yeah, I really hate that trend of like they're like, you're going to be immersed in the game, so we're not going to let you access the settings. And I'm like, well, I'm going to miss half your game because I'm going to skip this so I can get to the options menu. Like, you're having the complete opposite effect of immersing me. But anyway,
ironic, you could say.
Yeah, ironic. Is it Palpatine who says that?
This is beautiful, though.
Yeah, this game is fucking gorgeous. I think that's probably one of the strongest things about it. The combat was pretty cool. I think it wasn't as like tight as like a God of War game, I would say, but it's still pretty comparable to like a hack and slash kind of combo fighty game sort of thing. I think the platforming was okay, but I think the big strength of the game is the visuals and the setting. I think that's definitely going to be like a big pull for a lot of people. So if you're looking for just like an action adventure game set somewhere you've probably never been or a culture you've never experienced, I'd definitely play this. I had a lot of fun playing this. So, as you said, the tutorial is very good, teaching you how to like fight these dummies.
It doesn't get in the way.
Yeah. I'll just skip forward a bit. So this is kind of more combat, teaching you how to dodge. Of course, it is very much like it's closer to like a God of War game than like a Dark Souls game, I would say. It's very much it can be a bit spammy, but you can the dodging and stuff is still in there. You can get punished if you just button spam. So that's pretty cool. There's still like combos that you can do. Like I think like saying like Indian God of War is a pretty like good description if you know that game. Like just to get you quickly familiarized with what kind of game this is. I honestly haven't seen. And then of course you have like the classic God of War combo finishers where you have like the beep. You've played like Dante's Inferno, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so you know that that's kind like of style of God. You know, like the God of War fighting style where
hack and slash game.
Yeah. And then you get people down to a certain health threshold, and then you can do like the execute finish moves. Like
that's pretty standard hack slashes these days.
The thing is, like, God of War this demo's been out, and I haven't seen a single person talking about it. Like, I honestly,
I haven't either.
The thing is, I really liked the trailer, and I think the trailer got a bit of hype. But I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen any streamers play this. I don't know if any streamers play it or any YouTubers have played this. But I feel like it's a little underrated. Like, I think this game is really good.
But I'm really liking the animations as well. Like,
the animations are really cool. Satisfying. Like, you have light attacks. You have heavy attacks. The dodging feels great. Like I was when I saw this and I was like, oh okay, weird. Like it might be like it's an adventure game. Maybe you're just like hopping around from pillars and then because at the start of the game it's like hopping around pillars. Maybe it's more like a story-driven game where there's not much gameplay, which is more not the kind of game that I would like. But then immediately, like as soon as I start playing, it's like, oh, this has got like actual meaty gameplay that I can like get behind, and it's got like this cool like mythology and story behind it. Also, at this point in the game, yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was saying that the PS2 sort of era had the pacing of like you have like a combat area, then like a non-combat area. So I'm wondering if they're going to do that in the full game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I have no fucking idea what happened with the demo here. Like, I couldn't get to this guy, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because it stopped me from moving until I can get to this guy. So I think this is like this is just something you need like a Q&A tester to play through it and be like, okay, the monster's bugged out and he's not jumping onto the platform so I can actually kill him, which I think obviously that's a bug they could fix. So
it's a bit weird. But yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, there's more platforming. There's some advanced mechanics like when you have poles, you can like do a spinning attack around them. So there's environmental things that allow you to do like AOE damage, which is pretty cool. Like I'll see if I can use it here. I'm trying to bait him to come towards the pole, and then I can do like the spinning move to get extra damage, which is pretty cool. I don't know what else to say about this game. Like, I like it. I honestly don't know.
It looks great.
I don't know how much more I can praise it.
Joe?
Yeah?
If this game was already out, there's been another Hellraiser. I
really? You want to like purchase and play this game?
Coming out 15th, though. I've got to wait.
It's coming out, that's like a week, right?
Yeah.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Tony, next week. Hellraiser plus Raji. Tangerine. Let's go.
Let's do it, yeah.
Tony says he's recording some update. You know, we did the Tangerine on Hellraiser, and immediately Tony bought it, and I was like, "There's no way you're gonna fucking buy it." He went and bought Hellraiser after the Tangerine, and he said he's been playing it a lot. So
I want to play it more.
We're actually gonna do another Tangerine on Hellraiser. Oh, there was these weird like sections where you had to like line up pictures. Yeah, where it's like you're not really doing anything, but. There's a couple of these like sprinkled in, and I'm like, yeah. There was a weird one where you had to like line up a dying tree, and it was like very like nature themed sort of thing. I didn't care too much for like the story sections and the long dialogue. I was like, I get it. I'm gonna go save my brother. Like, I wasn't like massively bought in by the story, but I was like, I loved the setting and the atmosphere and the world and the combat. I thought was decent. I think
just skip the story if you wanted to.
So showing how you can do like wall combos. I'll just skip through it now and then we'll go to the next game because I just want to get everything that's showing you. Like, there's the combo move. There was these like statue things. Oh, this is like classic God of War. Fill up the rage bar, and then you can do like a crazy big attack with your right trigger. You can see here. Yeah. So you just throw that on the ground, and it like electrocutes everything around you. Once you've filled up like your rage meter, which is like not something I was expecting out of this game. Again, sometimes the platform. I will say sometimes the platforming was a bit clunky. I got stuck on a section where. I had to do it multiple times because it wasn't like I felt like I was doing it right, but then it was like, no, you fell and died, and I was like, oh, okay.
Perspective.
Yeah, that's another thing about it. The camera angle's like very cinematic.
Yes,
but I feel like there is some sections where I would like it to be a bit closer to the player. That's maybe. Where they've traded cinematics for playability a little bit, but I don't think it was ever a huge issue. Here, this was like teaching you stories about some of like the mythological creatures, which was kind of interesting, but I started to get like a little bored. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool lore stuff that you can keep going into, but it's like, I'd rather you kind of intertwine it more into the overall story and combat and stuff where that if you get on, you know, like when you're playing, like let's say you're playing. Have you ever played BioShock? Here's the bullshit. I was running across that.
God!
I should have made it. If you ever played BioShock, you know, like BioShock, you get like the great thing about BioShock is you get the audio logs. So while you're running around shooting things, you can listen to the story. And like when I'm playing a game like Dishonored, there's like newspaper snippets that you can read, right? And I always pick them up because you can go back and read them. But I never go back and read them because it interrupts my gameplay. Like a really good game design for me is when you intertwine. This is bullshit as well. Like I should have made this jump, and then because look, from my perspective, I can make that jump. But then it keeps like pushing me off the edge, and I was like, "That's where the platforming was a little bit wonky for me." But that's not a major complaint. That was just like something that could either be fixed or you just get used to, sort of thing. This is what I was talking about, where you had to like line up this weird skull tree, kind of.
Oh, perspective-based puzzle, right.
There was like a kind of boss fight-ish here. We had to beat the shit out. Goblin, no!
That's your previous point. That like I completely agree with you, but I also quite like the option to like, because like it's not like it stopped you. Like you could have, like you did. You've actually skipped like all the stuff where it stops.
What I think's great. I'll just point this out now. I just noticed now that I haven't that I'm watching back the footage, and what I didn't notice while I was playing is they've gone for this cinematic style where they pulled the camera back, right? I just noticed the HUD's on the they're not taking up your screen with the HUD at the bottom of the screen. They're like, hey, here's the information on the characters shown in like a really cool way, like you have the flower petal health and then you have like the bars for the enemies. That's a really cool way to mix like gameplay and like cinematic, you know, art style sort of stuff.
Yeah. But I was gonna say I am a sucker for actually stopping in games and like watching and listening to like Lord.
Because like so here's the weird stuff where you like you turn the skulls and then it like rebuilds the statues.
I kind of like this though.
And then this gave me a cutscene, and I think this is where like the demo ends. So that was Raji. Nice, cool. That's coming out next week of when we recorded this. So probably I think I'm just gonna auto release this as soon as it uploads because we missed a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Because we're off like recording schedule. So yeah, if you're watching this when the video came out, it'll be out in like a week or so. So yeah, maybe Tony will check this out. Maybe you'll check this out. Let's go on to our next game. So we can end
Tangerine. Borderlands.
It's Borderlands, yeah. So this is a game called RoboQuest. So RoboQuest is a fast FPS roguelite in a scorched future world. You are a rebooted guardian ready to kick some metal ass. This game's actually out right now, Tony. So this is another one where you could go and buy this if you wanted to, if you're really impressed by it.
I could.
As Martin pops up on my screen on Steam. I should have gone on Do Not Disturb. But the cool thing about... Yeah, so this is available already in Early Access, but they had the demo on the Steam Demo Festival. I swear there's like 50 Steam Demo Festivals now. There was like one, and I was like, cool. Yeah. And now it's like, here's a week where you can play 500 games. Good luck. And I'm like, slow down a minute. Let me play some of these games.
Do you know what really sucks is the timeless of the demos? Because this game now does not have a demo.
Yeah, because like literally there was Tokyo Games Festival, I think was. There was Tokyo Games Festival. I think there was another festival for PAX that this is from. So we've got PAX into Tokyo Games Demo Festival, and now we have the Steam Autumn Demo Festival.
Yep.
Okay, Tony. I'm not complaining about having demos, but
I'm gonna complain about the types of demos.
Okay. Okay, what are you gonna say?
I don't like timed demos. I feel like it defeats the purpose of what it is. It makes a demo good. It makes
a timed demo is like a beta at that point, kinda.
Yeah, but it makes sense for an MMO, but it doesn't make sense for a game that you can play at any time, like off servers and things.
So this is the.
I can never know how good this game is by itself because I have to like buy it and then get it back.
You motherfucker. Popping up again. How to go back on CSGO. You can't see it, by the way, but because I'm streaming the video to you, but they can see it on the. They'll be able to see it on the Tangerine because I'm recording my screen. But anyway, I thought I'd show you the tutorial because I had a bug with the tutorial and
another bug.
Another bug. I got to this section and I killed the. You have to kill the entire wave before the door opens, and I killed the entire wave and it just bugged out. It wouldn't let me like continue with the game. So I think I even submit a bug report live on this Tangerine.
Okay.
Because I'm running around, I'm like, open the door. I've killed the wave. I think one of the enemies must have got stuck inside a wall or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
probably.
right, let me send some feedback. Demo broke when I had to fight the first wave of enemies and got stuck at like 90%. To be fair, that was a terrible bug report. I could have been way more descriptive. I should have said the tutorial. Then I was like, fuck this. Okay, I guess. I was like, it's an FPS. I've learned how to play. Let's just go straight into the normal game. So I was like, I'll just play on standard. I guess there's different abilities you can play in the full game / early access will add more you can play as. I'm not sure how that works, but basically it's like a roguelike game. You go in, you do a run, and then you buy some stuff for your camp that then like augments your next run. So you can buy the ability to start with a better weapon, or you can buy the ability to get like perks before you go in, that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. I like the roguelikes that have the ability to kind of upgrade your runs as you go along.
Or give you more choices at least.
Yeah. I
like that one mostly. For me personally, anyway.
So
I think I quite like the idea of like upgrading yourself as well, but I think I quite like the idea of like you start from the same point, but you can have like different ways of doing it.
So the kind of the core gameplay here is every time I kill something, I'm collecting these blue essences, and this is charging my special ability, which is my rocket charge. You can see over there with the 8. So I go in here and I'm picking up the orbs, and I feel like the music's really banging in this game. You almost once you get into this game, it's almost like rhythmic. How you go shoot,
I thought you were
shoot. It's almost like you're playing like a rhythm gun game, like the way you like move and play like that. But it's
like
just
BPM.
Yeah. I haven't played that, so. But then I was like, what? Wait, what? I thought this was an enemy.
What the hell?
Turns out this guy's a gun, and also he can be used as a key to open a door, which is pretty interesting.
So you just pick him up.
But then, like, I think he has like a percentage thing.
Oh right, yeah.
As opposed to having to reload, it's like an overheat sort of system, and I think this guy, if you keep shooting people, he stuns them, which is pretty useful. So there's different elements on guns, and then as you'll see throughout the run, when I get like a chest, I can equip different perks. So some perks give you like demolitions, so if I use like rocket launchers or grenade launchers, I'll deal more damage with them if I have like a demolition perk. But then if I want to use like crossbows and stuff, I then want to put my perks into like precision. This game also has co-op as well, Tony, if you ever wanted to play this.
Right,
because that's another cool feature about this. You can go and do runs with your friends.
Yeah.
It's got a co-op feature. I thought I would try out single player and see if it was worth playing, and then report back to you. It kind of reminded me of Doom 2016, like kind of the gameplay, because you have the core, like if you know in Doom 2016, you have the core gameplay mechanic of you go around getting enemies low, and then when they're low, you like punch them, and then you get your health and ammo. And it's kind of similar in the way where it's all about timing when you kill enemies, so you can recharge your rocket ability and also get health from the bigger enemies. So then because like Doom 2016 is almost like rhythmic in that way. It's kind of like a dance, in a way where you're trying to time when you kill stuff to be the most efficient for when you use your when you need ammo and when you need health, sort of thing. So as you progress through the rooms, you can then pick up new weapons. So I found like this like fire gun, and then I was like, oh wait, I can use this. I found a blueprint, so then that will unlock stuff to use on my next runs.
The look of the weapons kind of remind me of Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons. Not in like how it plays, but like just how it looks.
So I got a secret here, because I used the buddy bot to open this door, which is pretty cool. I might skip ahead, so I can find some more stuff. There was some really cool like... Oh, you also level up as well. If you look at the bottom left of the screen, I'm a level 1 Guardian. I'll show a level up here. So you get damage and health, and then you can choose perks every time you level up. And then this would... So I choose Hammer here, which gives me more health and points to Assault.
Big boom.
But this also increases my melee damage, so I'm going to use the Hammer a lot more in this run because of the perk I chose.
Yeah.
So I can actually like... I think I can... Let me check it. I think I can... My melee does more when I stun people, which is cool. So you can get into this rhythm of like... I have my buddy bot, which has the stun ability, and then I can walk up to big enemies and hit them with the hammer to get the stun, yeah. So there's lots of cool like synergies and stuff you can do in this game, which is cool to see. Yeah, I think I played this for like 40 minutes. I just did multiple runs because I was having so much fun. The hammer's animation is really satisfying. I really like that.
I was looking at the numbers, but I forgot we were talking about earlier. So it has like the comic book.
Yeah.
Word.
I like this art style.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
People are like, "Oh, cell shaded. It's a Borderlands clone or whatever," but I think it's a cool art style.
It has its own feel to it. It's not just a Borderlands clone.
It's Halloween music. Funky ass. Wait, Tony, that reminds me. It's spooky season. We have to play Doki Doki Literature Club. I just remembered. We actually have to play Doki Doki Literature Club because I promised Daniel live on the podcast that I was going to play Doki Doki Literature Club for Halloween. So there was like the core thing I was talking about where I was choosing my perk. This is where the banging music comes in, dude. I love the soundtrack of this.
Hammer time.
Yep.
You're really bashing into the beat as well.
Yeah, because I told you, I got really into this game. That was a bad rocket there, but
pretty cool. But I'm really scared that I'd be really bad at it.
Well, there's an easy mode, Tony. So fret not. You can select easy mode. I'm playing standard, Tony, and I'm doing. Look how fine I'm doing. So if I'm doing okay on standard mode, then yeah, I play a few FPSs, but I'm starting to get old now. Tony, I'm starting to get old. My hands aren't what they used to be.
I'm much younger.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like
What's your point?
Well, I'm saying if I can play the FPSs and still be good with my old man hands, your old man hands should be able to handle this game. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm more concerned with my old man brain.
Oh, okay, yeah. When we had this conversation the other day, you were saying like, I was saying like how older players struggle to play like Quake better than newer players because it's so much about mechanics. Like if I had to choose between like a veteran Quake player in his 30s and like a fucking 17-year-old kid on Adderall, I would choose like the 17-year-old kid because I'm like I just have so much more faith in people's reaction times. Because you were saying like, oh, there's some games where veterans are just so much better than the newer players because of game knowledge.
Knowledge is way better,
and I was saying like, well, I think that's more to do with games that have way more strategy than mechanical skill. So games like World of Warcraft Classic, for example, the older players definitely have a big advantage over the new players because so much of that game is very low execution and heavy game knowledge. Whereas an FPS, I would argue, is very much more about mechanics, which I know I've just completely gone against saying, Tony, you could probably play this game because you. But I don't think it's that hard. I honestly think an average player could play this. Like the barrier for entry for this game is not too high. So
I'm not playing competitively. Like,
well, if we're playing co-op, Tony, then you know whoever gets the high score. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's a scoring system.
I don't even care about high scoring games.
Yeah, you're a PvE player. You're just playing against yourself.
No, it's a casual, a filthy casual.
Filthy casual. It has like 9,000 hours on Stellaris or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're that casual.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, did you hear the news? Farmville shutting down. I'm so upset.
Yeah.
Pissed off.
I love pie and everything.
So I think I just take health here probably, because I'm like, shit, I'm dying. Take some extra health.
Are you dying that badly?
I think there was like when there was like the big wave of enemies I had to fight, I almost died, but I got a bunch of health back. Your health amount is persistent, so you only get health back when you reach a checkpoint where I got the health box like you saw before, or you kill a big enemy and you get the health from killing them. But yeah, I don't have much else to say about this yet. It's fucking awesome. I did multiple runs. I can probably show you. So there's my first run, and then I collected a bunch of power cells, and then I bought the wreckage cache, and then that made it so I started every run with a random weapon. So that's how you like upgrade the game and stuff. So there is progression if you like that sort of thing. And then I upgraded it again, and then I could choose between 2 weapons when I upgraded it again. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, I did one run. It was like 17 minutes, and then I did like 2 more runs because I've got like a 40-minute video. So yeah, I definitely kept playing this and had lots of fun with it. So I would play this again. What was I gonna say before we? Oh, I was gonna say update. We were talking about Book of Demons. We actually played Book of Demons co-op because I got Tony to play it, and it's really fun. So we might do a Tangerine on Book of Demons co-op. If Tony gets his Raising Hell video in, maybe we'll do that.
Yes.
All right, that's Tangerine. Goodbye.
Bye.